Hi, my name's Nick, and this is my Sweet Housemate. I didn't read too much into this because the screenshots were enough to grab me, but you are a guy who is homeless, I believe, and you've seen a rental listing that just seems too good to be true. And what have we learned from video games? If something is too good to be true, it's obviously perfectly fine, so we're going to go for that. There's also, as this screen is subtly indicating, there is a certain degree of cannibalism. Basically, we're going to die. We're going to die bloody, we're going to die often, and we're going to die painful. So that's something to look forward to. There are multiple endings, which is great, so I'm obviously going to try and get all of them, but we will see how we go. Oh, there are lots of achievements. That pleases me greatly. Can I have a house, please? Ooh, $5.50 a month? Damn, that's not bad. No photos. Kind of a red flag, sure. Single room, shared kitchen, shared bathroom, no deposit. Fuck yeah. One room in an apartment, 318 Williamson Avenue. No deposit, 1 year minimum tenancy. Sure. Name. Nick. Pronouns, he, him. Voice. I don't know. I think maybe that. Oh, is this going to do the voices for me? That's going to save my throat a lot of effort. Nope. You tiredly wait for the application to go through before you shut your old laptop with a sigh. Save load preferences. Okay. Need to move my microphone because it's in the way. Too much shit on my desk. This ancient thing has clearly seen better days. Somehow managed to start hyperventilating after you opened just a couple of tabs. Yeah, we've all had that kind of laptop, haven't we? You promptly put it in your backpack as you lean back in your seats. You can't help but let out a sour chuckle. Anyone else would probably find this old worn-down diner seat extremely uncomfortable, but you don't have the luxury of complaining. In fact, it might be the softest thing you've sat on in a week. Unaware of your own actions, you start anxiously fidgeting with your phone, silently praying to all the possible gods out there that your application will be approved. 9. 10. At this point, you've been homeless for 11 months, nearly a year. Oh shit, that's rough. After saving all the money you could for several months, you were finally able to save enough to rent an apartment. Or at least, that's what you thought. In 11 months of your homelessness, the housing prices only went up, making it practically impossible for you to find anything affordable at this point. You frantically searched every housing website, hoping to at least get some shitty old room, but nothing was ever even nearly in your price range. But this listing was everything you could have asked for. You were thanking whoever was up there in the sky, or down there in the pits of hell, that you managed to apply basically minutes after the listing went live. Sure, it was shady as hell. No deposit required, no required credit history. There aren't even any pictures, and as a cherry on top, you'll have to live with some random guy you have no information about. You were so eager at first too, that you didn't even ask for a tour. If anything, you're almost entirely sure that this is probably some old shed, or, even worse, a human trafficking trap. But you're already at the point where you don't even care. You feel like you'll go insane if you have to spend another night out on the streets. You shudder at the memories. Yeah, anything's better than that. You swear your heart skips a beat as your phone lights up with a new notification on the home screen. It's an email from the housing website. Could it be? You impatiently unlock your phone, somehow managing to enter your password incorrectly twice before you do. You quickly locate the email app and anxiously start reading. Thank you for your application, Nick. We appreciate you using our services, and our smart algorithm has picked these 5 other apartments for you to look at. Oh, are you kidding me? I just applied and already got an ad. You silently curse the website, thinking that it would have been better if they'd paid for your rent instead of financing these ads that no one probably even looks at. Well, besides you. While busy with your grandiose brain-cursing session, you almost skip another notification that quickly floats into your home screen. It's yet another email. I swear to God if this is another ad. But it isn't. It's an email sent by whoever has posted the room listing. The first thing you notice is its ridiculous length. It's short. Too short. In fact, there's only 3 lines, 2 of them being Dear Nick and BR Seung Min Kim, the name of the original poster. The middle line just says, if you come to the apartment to sign the contract within 30 minutes, I'll give you the key. Now you're entirely sure that your heart is skipping at least 30 beats a minute. You immediately spring from your seats, grabbing your backpack on the way, before your attention is caught by a sad small cup of unfinished coffee on the table. Squeezing your lips with rising guilt, you quickly grab and drink the cold remnants before putting it back down and storming out of the diner. That was not my coffee, was it? Will this finally be the day that ends your homelessness for good? I hope so. You find yourself in front of an apartment door, trying to catch your breath. You don't particularly know how, but somehow you manage to make it in time. However, now you're not even sure that you're in front of the correct apartment in the first place. You were fully expecting some shady old building, but turned out to be just some average apartment complex. Something you could probably never even dream of affording in your current state. You hesitate for a good minute before letting out an anxious sigh and pressing the doorbell. You hear the ordinary buzzer play on the other side of the door, and then complete silence. The silence gets quickly interrupted though, as you hear some faint footstep sounds behind the door. The door is open. You jolt as the sound of a man's voice comes from the apartment, but almost instinctively push the door open. Still hesitant, you awkwardly step into the entrance. As you walk in, you're almost immediately taken aback by your surroundings. You've replayed so many made-up horror scenarios in your head on your way here that the sight of an ordinary-looking hallway seems scarier than anything you could have come up with. There's no one in sight, so you just default to a polite stance in front of the entrance door, not even daring to make a single step. Now that you're actually in the apartment, and now that you've confirmed that it looks more or less normal, your anxiety levels are going through the roof. You have to make a good impression. You won't have another chance like this. Nick, I assume? You almost jump as a tall, slouched man suddenly appears in one of the doorways of your hallway you're in. You don't immediately realise that he's dressed in a suit because of how dishevelled and scruffy he appears to be. Albeit you're not in any position to judge. His eye bags almost seem to merge with his dark eyes as he tiredly looks straight at you. If your eyesight was just a bit worse, you would have even thought he just had 2 big holes for eyes, given how pale his skin was otherwise. Dumbfounded, you stare back at him, thinking that this eye contact is going on for a bit too long for your taste, before you realise that this is your cue to respond. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit tactical with this, because I always forget to do this. I'm going to save here, so we can jump back and do other options as and when we need to. Yes, that's me. Wrong, my name is actually... How did you guess, you psychic? That would indeed be me, sir. Aye, Captain. Yeah, we'll go... We'll be chill. We'll be chill. Oh yeah, that's me. And you're Mr. Kim, if I'm not wrong. You're not, but just Seung Min is fine. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be late for work if we don't hurry, so if you just follow me to the kitchen. The man then wastes no time as he promptly walks into the kitchen, and you're left with no choice but to follow him in. You step into the kitchen and, once again, get temporarily stunned by just how normal everything looks. Sure, you can tell that someone lives here by the small stains and patches of dust here and there, but if you had to choose, you'd happily use this space to take some photos for online housing ads or something. Speaking of photos, you thank heavens for the millionth time today. If Seung Min had put pictures of this apartment, it would have gotten snatched before you even had the chance to apply. You don't know if it was just pure laziness or simple lack of time, but you couldn't feel more grateful to the man in front of you leaving the listing so empty. But you shouldn't feel grateful just yet. You still haven't signed the contract. Now, if you just look through the papers and sign the places are marked... Huh? The papers on the table. It's the contract. Oh, wait. Is that it? That can't be it, right? He's not even going to ask me for any additional information. But if you're concerned about the rent, the payment is obviously up front, but we can go through that this evening. If I stay any longer, I'll probably get fired for being late. You're free to move your stuff and unpack, though. But if you're not interested, that's fine too, but then I'd appreciate it if you... No, I'll sign. I'm interested. Wow, you're an ego one, aren't you? Right. Clearly this man is not all too concerned about his new flatmate. If he was, he wouldn't have put up an empty listing and responded to a random applicant within minutes of receiving it. You can't even afford to care about his reasons at this point. It's a good apartment. The rent is something you can afford, and the only tenant doesn't look all too crazy. Just mentally preparing myself to eat those words. You quickly grab the papers, and with slightly trembling hands, you then read through them. After making sure that it really isn't some part of a human trafficking ring, you take the pen laying on the table and find the marked spots Xiongmin mentioned. I'm also really sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Let's get to signing. Sign. Hey, you wrote your name incorrectly. But no big deal, you just have to rewrite it. Oh, I need to actually... Okay. Nick. After you sign, you audibly breathe out before handing the papers to Xiongmin. He quickly goes through them and then nods at you. Great. Your room's the one opposite the bathroom. It's to the right of the kitchen. That should be it for now. Ah, right. The man in front of you feels around his pockets for a brief second, before putting his hand into one and then taking something out. Here's the key. Just don't lose it. Woohoo! We got a key! Your hands seem to shake even more as Xiongmin puts a simple metallic key into them. I won't. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, we'll handle the payment later. I should get going. Right. Lock the door after me? Yeah. Of course. Right. You try to shake off your stupor, but still can't believe that you're officially not homeless anymore. Ah, good for me. Still somewhat stupefied, you follow Xiongmin back to the entrance where he proceeds to put his shoes on. Shoes that look as scruffy as he is, and then stands straight in front of the door. As straight as his slouched back allows him to anyway. Just make sure to lock it properly. And don't let strangers in. I'm not a kid. I at least know this much. Right. Well, I'll see you this evening. I'll be happy to have you for dinner. With that, Xiongmin leaves through the entrance door and you, wasting no time, shut and lock it. Such a simple motion, yet it feels so foreign to you. While on different levels, you're now also a resident of this apartment. You own a key, you can lock the door, you can sleep in your own room. So simple, yet so foreign. You squeeze the key that's already made home in your palm and can't help but let out a nervous smile. I did it. I really did it. Still overcome with a mix of relief and excitement, you locate your room that, just like Xiongmin said, is opposite the bathroom. You walk through a simple door into a bedroom that appears to be just as simple. You're surprised to find that it's actually fully furnished, bed and desk included. At this point, you wouldn't even mind sleeping on the floor, but seeing how the bed even has its own bed sheets, you almost tear up. Oh my god, if this is a dream, I'm going to be so pissed. But it isn't. And you can hardly believe it. Well, Guess I might as well unpack. The only good thing about being homeless is that, besides your backpack always glued to your shoulders, you have no other things. You take it off and start going through your carefully packed stuff. Finally done with putting your things away, you turn towards your new bed and look down at it with rising temptation. No longer able to resist, you let yourself fall onto the fresh bedsheets. So soft. And all yours. You rub your face against the pillow with a smile. It feels like the luck you've accumulated throughout the year was all poured into this one day. Who knows? Maybe in the future you'll even be able to rent an apartment of your own. Everything seems possible now. It really does. Well, this is incredibly wholesome. For now. You don't notice how your eyelids start feeling heavier and heavier, and by the time you realise and open your eyes, a few minutes have already passed. Luckily though, you don't have a shift today. Might as well take a nap. A really lucky day, huh? Left with no energy to even think, you let yourself fall into a deep slumber. I love this so far. This is very good. Very good writing. Damn it, I just skipped over something. I think it was saying it was dark outside. Feeling strangely satisfied and refreshed, you stretch and slowly sit up. God, I haven't slept that good in a long time. Oh, shit. Right, Xingmin said that you'd sort out the rent payment this evening, and he even offered to have dinner together. They weren't his exact words, were they? He said he was going to have you for dinner. Free food. Crap, that is not what's important right now. You feel a sense of anxiety build up in your throat as you check the time on your phone. 10:27 p.m. Oh, crap. While you silently curse yourself for being so careless, you get off the bed and start unconsciously walking back and forth. I mean, if he really cared, he would have woken me up, right? It's not like you locked the door or anything. Speaking of that, is he even home? You cautiously tiptoe towards the door and quietly put your ear against it, trying to see if you can catch any sounds. He's here. You can clearly make out some footstep sounds and moving noises coming from the outside of your room. Great. Wonderful. You're not getting kicked out just yet. Maybe the dinner offer's still on the table too. Not wanting to wait any longer, you swing the door open and walk into the hallway. Surprisingly, the hallway looks really different when it's dark. It almost has this new feel to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming set you've witnessed earlier. You didn't spend much time mulling over your perception of the hallway though, as your attention is caught by the light coming from the kitchen. The sounds are coming from there too. You don't have to be Sherlock to deduce that Sung-min is there, so, not wasting any time, you walk towards the light. Wait. What? This can't be. Good lord, man. What the hell? Oh, hey. This can't be that, right? Come on, Nick. You're not that stupid. There has to be an explanation. Right? That's, So, if early Halloween decorations? Are you one of those people who get ready for Halloween in spring? Those are Halloween decorations, right? No, these are real human body parts. Oh, come on! You were supposed to agree with me! Oh, sorry. This is just, a weird-looking pig. Oh, shit. And you just started to think you lucked out with this apartment. What is he? A serial murderer? A cannibal? A serial cannibal? No, wait, that's wrong. A cannibal serial. If you're thinking about calling the police, I'd advise you against it. Of course you're calling the police. Next thing you know, it'll be your leg that he has on the cutting board. You just got out of homelessness and you are not about to die to some cannibal, serial murderer in a pink apron. You do understand that if I get arrested, you will no longer be able to stay here. right? Do you read thoughts too? I don't. How do you know I want to stay here anyway? Just so you know, Mr. Xiongmin, I have a grandma I can stay with at any time. No, you don't, Mr. Nick. If you do, you probably hate her enough to apply to a random, suspicious listing and sign the contract all in the same day. So you did this on purpose? Well, something like that. But he's right. There's nowhere else you can go now, and your only choice would be to return to life on the streets. It'd be silly to think police would help with your situation too. Man, what the hell? This, are you gonna eat it? Yes. It's too much meat, so I'm going to store it for the future. I don't get such tender meat often. It would be a pity if it went to waste. This wasn't the dinner he was talking about, was it? What are you even supposed to do now? Do you really have to tolerate a cannibal living literally in the same apartment as you? But the life on the streets, the feeling of your skin being so dirty that no matter how hard you scrub, nothing makes you feel clean. The long nights spent dumpster diving, going through pounds of discarded food just to be chased away by a minimum wage employee that, in retrospect, are in no better situation than your own. You shudder at the memories. Listen. Yes? Oh, shit. Whatever. Anything is better than going back there at this point. If they catch you, just don't involve me. And, don't eat me. Deal. This might take me a while, and as you can see, it's really messy, so let's talk about your payment tomorrow. Right. Well, you probably better go to sleep. Unless you want to watch. No, thanks. Well, see you tomorrow then. Yep. Good night, my new housemate. Don't forget that I know where you sleep. We literally live in the same apartment. Why wouldn't you? Just thought I should remind you. Right. I'm leaving now. I'm going this way, and you're gonna stay there. Good night, Nick. You feel like you won't be able to sleep tonight. Oh, good lord. This escalated way sooner than I thought it was going to escalate. But surprisingly, you zonk out pretty quick. Oh, what was that? I mean, it was an achievement, but what for? The next few days, you're still overcome with a faint sense of panic, afraid that Xiongmin will eat you, or even worse, the police find him and you'll have to go back to the streets. But contrary to your fears, nothing really happens. In fact, after handling the first rent payment, you don't even see him all that much. Your shifts typically start in the early morning and end somewhere during daytime or evening, depending on the day, so you thought you'd at least catch him coming home. And yet, despite all that, you don't even ever see him leave the apartment. His shoes are already gone by the time you wake up. 3 weeks pass by without you noticing, and still, you can count the amount of times you've crossed paths in one hand. Those few times that you did see him, you could feel his gaze linger on you. You're not sure what that's about, but even when he's not around, you can still feel his eyes lapping at your skin. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night to the sounds coming from the kitchen, which your imagination twists into the sickest imagery. But that aside, you really have nothing to complain about. You can't be more grateful to have a solid roof above your head and somewhere to return after work every day. Some form of steady housing really does change your life for the better. You don't have to worry about where to sleep every single night, about not being able to shower when you want, about the chance of getting robbed if you're not careful enough, about having some privacy, and so on. You hate to admit it, but you really don't regret staying here, even a bit. You condemn what Xiongmin does, but considering you're not really exposed to it anyway, even the constant dread of being butchered or kicked out if you ever found out slowly leaves your mind. Surprisingly, even your funds start looking better now that you're able to take on more hours and leech off Xiongmin's Wi-Fi. Hell, You even start considering getting a second job. Everything seems almost too good to be true. A happy ending? Mayhaps? Oh dear, maybe not. What the? A loud sound coming from somewhere within the apartment suddenly pulls you out of your deep slumber. Right, before we carry on, I want to see. Was that an achievement or was that a. Okay. It was a picture. Wow. That's incredible. I love it. Did something just fall? Or even worse, did someone just fall? An image of Xiongmin dragging a new corpse into the apartment suddenly pops into your head. But what if something happened? You spend a couple of minutes sleepily contemplating if you'd rather this sound be a corpse about to be devoured by your landlord, or the very same landlord collapsing on the floor. Oh, whatever. If it's a corpse, I'll just pretend it's hyper-realistic cake or something. Yeah, cake. As you step into the hallway, you quickly realise you weren't worried for no reason. Your housemate is on the floor, looking as if he had collapsed a few minutes prior, and you guess that's probably what happens too. You waste no time and quickly walk up to him. Hey! Hello? Hey! Oh, no need to yell. Oh, finally. Good morning, USA. What happened? You alright? No, I wanted to shower, but I'm too tired. And hungry. Now that he mentions it, you do realise that the man in front of you smells bad. Awful. You might even say abhorrently. Your thesaurus session of listing synonyms for the word bad gets interrupted by Xiongmin lightly groaning as he attempts to stand up. Jeez, what time is it? Definitely past 12 AM at this point. And he just came home from work. That's just another wage slave. You can't help but feel bad for him. Sure, he might be living in this nice apartment, and you'd lie if you said you didn't feel a twinge of jealousy, but what even is the point of having it if you just come here to sleep? This newfound sense of camaraderie fills you with enough sympathy to want to help the man in front of you. Alright, come on, I'll give you a hand. Huh? You know, a hand. Just don't bite it, okay? I know you're hungry and all, but I am not food. I remember that. You stretch your hand towards the collapsed Xiongmin as he dumbfoundedly looks back at you. Finally, he grabs it with his and heavily gets up. There we go. Okay, you go shower now and I'll make something for you in the meantime. What? Are you sure? Yes, yeah, I am. For once. But, you seriously better go before you stink up the place or I change my mind. Alright, okay. Before you can say anything else, Xiongmin promptly disappears behind the bathroom door. Well, that's that. Time to cook now, I suppose. For a second, you wonder if you should put Xiongmin's Queen of the Kitchen apron on, but quickly decide against it. That thing's probably seen more blood than your blood vessels have in your entire lifetime. You immediately start checking the drawers and cupboards in search for ingredients. You and Xiongmin haven't really divided the kitchen space, but since you don't have a lot of things anyway, you took the liberty of picking an empty one and stored all your things in there. As you go through the cupboards, you quickly realise that, apart from condiments and instant ramen, there's nothing of nutritional value. In fact, most cupboards designated food are just filled to the brim with nothing but cup ramen. What the? You already felt bad for him before, but now you feel really bad. You feel so bad, in fact, that you check your own cupboard to see if you can make anything with your stuff instead. Unfortunately, it happens to be the day when you ran out of almost everything, and besides a sad handful of oatmeal staring back at you from the bottom of a jar, there's nothing you could turn into a sustainable meal. Defeated, you return to the cup ramen hoard raining on the shelves. Cup ramen it is then, I guess. You pick a random pork-flavoured package and start cooking. Cooking time? Oh yeah! Oh, this is cute. Ooh. Okay. I thought I had to choose. We did it! We did some cup ramen. All done, I suppose. You try and squeeze out a smile as a sign of pride in your work, but no amount of grinning can make this sad excuse for a meal any better. All of a sudden, an idea pops into your head. An idea that's so foreign to your morals that you wonder if you started going insane cooking up the ramen. I mean, he's a cannibal, so what if you made some human meat for him to go together with the ramen? You don't even need to look in the freezer to know that he has containers full of human meat down there. If anything, you're grateful that he at least doesn't store it in the fridge. In fact, he doesn't store anything in the fridge at all. His side is always empty and yours just has some occasional milk and eggs here and there. Don't tell me he's just been surviving off instant ramen and human meat. Well, it's not really the time to contemplate Xiongmin's dietary choices at the moment. He'll probably be out of the shower soon. You have to decide. Right, I'm going to save. My character's being very casual about the idea of cooking human meat, which makes me think, thematically, we should just do it. Well, he is a cannibal. It would only be natural to get some human meat for him, right? You swallow as you open the freezer, cold air pouring out of it as if it's some sort of evil premonition. It's just chicken, or pork, or fish. You try to convince yourself that what you'll be cooking is anything but human meat as you search for one of the freezer compartments. When you finally find enough courage to open it, it surprisingly turns out to be nearly empty. There's just one lonely container lying at the bottom. Honestly, it's not anything like you expected it to be. No gouged out eyes, no jars of human teeth, nothing grotesque, just one small container. For some reason, just the sight of it calms you down enough for you to simply pick the little plastic box up and shut the freezer without a second thought. You then absent-mindedly take out the pan and start the typical process of frying meat. Heat the pan up, pour some oil. By the time you're supposed to put the meat in the pan, you've relaxed enough that you can easily do it. Thankfully, Xiongmin has already pre-cut it into thin slices, leaving you with the easy part of the job. After a couple of minutes spacing out in front of the stove, a familiar smell brings you back to reality. Pork! It smells just like pork. Did you really manage to convince yourself that this is pork after all? What in the... Hey! Love that t-shirt. What the... What is this t-shirt choice? Xiongmin. Yeah? Are you pregnant? No. Have you ever been pregnant? No. Have you ever impregnated someone? No, I haven't. What's with these questions? Never mind. Anyway, something smells really good. Ah, yes. I couldn't find anything, so I made some cup ramen. And I'm frying some human meat? Xiongmin raises his eyebrows for a second before he takes a step towards you. He gets so close that you can practically feel his breath on your face. Instinctively, you take a step back. Is he not happy? You're burning it. Oh, wait, you're right. Can you fetch my glasses from the bathroom, please? I'll take over the cooking. Yeah, sure. Appreciate it. That went surprisingly well. You quickly make your way to the hallway. In a way, it almost feels like a dream. Or a nightmare. Regardless, you're just happy that you're not the one frying in that pan. Sighing, you step into the bathroom. Searching time! Oh, this is great. Nope, there are teeth in here. I'll take it back. Just gonna... Gross. Do these... I wonder if these go together. Seems like they probably would. But I don't know if that's something for me to do right at this juncture. Glasses! Hey! When you successfully get Xiongmin's glasses and return to the kitchen, you find him already sitting at the bar table, the food ready in front of him. You hand Xiongmin the glasses, his cold, bony fingers brushing against yours as he takes them. Ah, thank you. The man gratefully nods, and you, a bit hesitantly, grab a stool and sit on the opposite side of him. Gotcha. You assume that Xiongmin will start talking first, but unsurprisingly, he continues eating, completely ignoring your presence. Seems like you'll have to be the one to start the conversation. So, why did you collapse earlier? Hey, why did you collapse like that earlier? He raises his eyebrows at you, as if you just asked a very obvious question you already know the answer to. And you do. Well, I was hungry. And tired. Ah, right. Seems like your workplace has really been overworking you, huh? What workplace doesn't nowadays? Fair enough. Still, maybe you should change companies. I feel like one day this amount of overworking is going to put you in a grave. You know what? Maybe you do have a point. Really? I've stayed at the company for a tad too long. They'll probably start getting suspicious about their higher-ups and clients disappearing soon. Their what? It's decided then. Tomorrow, I'll start sending my application to new companies. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, you're welcome. You want to bring up his earlier comment, but his face looks so full of newfound determination that you realise it's already too late. You spend the next few moments in silence as Xiongmin finishes his food, and you, absorbed in all your own little world, stare out of the window at the city drowning in darkness. The whole situation almost seems funny to you. Just a few weeks ago, you had nowhere to go and had to look for a place to spend the night every single day. But now, you're here, sitting in this clean, cosy kitchen, with a cannibal eating human meat by your side. Human meat that you prepared for him. Nevertheless, you can't help but admit that you much rather prefer this bloodthirsty cannibal's company to your homeless life. What a cursed world we live in, huh? Hey Nick. Thanks for the meal. Oh, yeah, of course. You know, it's been a long time since someone made me a meal. Instead of me making a meal out of them. Is that his attempt at humour? Well, I'll probably head to bed after doing the dishes. Well, there's still time to sleep. You should probably do the same though. Sorry for waking you up. How did you... You already have that puffy morning face. Well, at least he's honest. But he's also right. You almost started falling back asleep while sitting there with him. And you'd rather upkeep your sleeping schedule if you do want to get a second job. That wasn't an insult, by the way. It's kind of cute, actually. You should probably get out of here before he asks for seconds. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Good night, Xiongmin. Good night, Nick. Sweet dreams. With that, you go back to your room and quickly find yourself falling asleep in the warm embrace of your bed. The little pop-up art things are so cool. The next day, you can't help but mentally go back to your encounter with Xiongmin. You feel that he is... well, he's certainly interesting. That's for damn sure. But... save... he's interesting. Well, there's something about him. Something that weirdly interests you, despite him being a cannibal and a murderer. You almost feel bad about your morbid interest, but your gratitude for the housing opportunity is far greater than your crumbling morals. Who knows? Maybe you've already started losing your mind with all that's been happening. Or perhaps he started infecting you with his own insanity. Still, you can't ignore this strange fascination and spend the whole day thinking about it. You're so absorbed in your thoughts that you don't even realise how quickly the day passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. Someone's going to wake me up. I'm ready for it. There we go. Seriously? Again? Hasn't even been a full day, for God's sake. This time you don't even waste time sitting around and immediately get up and swing the door open as you step into the hallway. You stop in your tracks almost momentarily. The hallway turns out to be empty, and there are sounds of water coming from the bathroom. Xiongmin's probably showering in there. Then what was that noise? Surely you're not going insane yet, right? You hesitantly start walking forward before you notice something around the corner that was not there before. Something red. Ah, it's just a corpse. Wait, a corpse? Seems like you've somehow jinxed it yesterday. Based on the amount of meat you saw in the freezer, or rather lack thereof, you guess that Xiongmin had probably decided to restock. Jeez, this one looks really rough. Why would he need to tie it up though? Oh no! Please. What the... Alright, okay. Seems like this corpse is not so dead. Please, please spare me. I haven't done anything. Right? And what are you supposed to do now? A terrified woman stares at you with desperate plea in her eyes, her arms and legs both tied with layers of thick rope. Definitely not something you expected or were ready to deal with when you were leaving your room. You mentally curse Xiongmin. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? No. I'm not with that guy. Jesus, this woman looks petrified. Well, no wonder. She's practically head to toe covered in blood. But this is really awkward. She's just a poor innocent person with an insane lack of luck. And you know her fate better than anyone else. But you really have any right to intervene? Then please, will you help me? Instead of responding, you just rub the back of your neck, feeling conflicted about what to do. At the sight of that, the woman's face sinks in growing hopelessness. What's your name? It's Nick. I'm Alicia. I'd say nice to meet you, but this is probably not the best time for that, huh? Yeah. God, he's so scary. I was just walking down the alley from work and then he jumped out of nowhere. I mean, look at all this blood. He did all of this to me. God, I don't even know what's going to happen to me. What did I do to deserve this? He's keeping you a prisoner here, isn't he? Well, I wouldn't exactly call it that. Come on, 2 people are stronger than 1. I'm sure that if we act together, we can easily overpower him. I promise that no harm will come your way. I might not look it, but I'm quite agile, you know? Well, you really don't want to risk being the one getting eaten instead. Oh, come on, don't you see that I'm scared? Oh, yes, you can. Nick, please. I really don't want to die. Jesus Christ. Ooh, I mean, I'm gonna come back and do you both, but I feel bad about sending her to be dyed. Could this be a test? Seems unlikely, but I'm gonna save her. No, you can't just leave this poor woman to die. Cutting up a corpse is one thing. I don't want to meet them when they're alive. Don't put that on me. That's not fair. You might be bad enough to live with a cannibal, but you still have enough integrity to not watch someone get killed right in front of you. Okay, alright. Yep, I'm gonna help you escape. Really? Oh, Nick, thank you. Yeah, of course. I don't know how I can ever repay you. You're my hero. Probably shouldn't tell her that you considered doing the opposite just a moment ago. Okay, just wait here and I'll go fetch a knife to free you, alright? Okay. Just please hurry. Right. It would be real bad if Xiongmin caught you trying to help her escape. If he doesn't see anything, maybe you can just come up with a lie and say that she escaped on her own, or just act clueless. Surely he wouldn't do anything to you, right? But you'll worry about that later. It's time to act. You quickly make sure that there are still sounds of water coming from the bathroom and quietly sneak into the kitchen. Okay, knife time, baby. Knife. Got it. I got an item. When you finally show up in the hallway with a knife in hand, Alicia looks at you with an almost elated expression on her face. Nick, you did it! Yeah, sorry, it took me a while to actually find it. The kitchen drawers are kind of a mess. It doesn't matter. Quick, cut the ropes. Oh, yeah, right. You carefully start cutting the ropes on Alicia's arms, trying very hard not to accidentally damage her clothes. Clothes that look way out of your budget. Oh no, you're not sure if they can even be used anymore. The amount of blood on them is probably not something you can easily wash off. Once you finally cut the last knot, the rope starts slowly falling off. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. What the hell just happened? What the hell? I guess I should thank Rodrigo for gifting me this stupid knife. What the hell? What? You were supposed to escape, not kill him? Well, he's not dead yet. That's not the point. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing we can do anymore, and we totally can't save him, even though he's still alive. Well, what did you expect? I wasn't going to keep someone who saw me kill those stupid fucks alive. I'm sorry. Have I been hoodwinked? Bamboozled, even? Saw you what now? Do I have to repeat myself specifically for you? Or what? Did you really think all this blood was mine? You did. That's not the point here. You basically just killed my landlord. Where am I supposed to go now? Oh, please, like it even matters. You already look like you're homeless anyway. Wow! Ouch. That was uncalled for. Ugh. I don't even know why I have to explain this. Look, boy, I'm a busy woman, and you've already managed to tire me out with your empty blabbering. Let's just end this already. Uh-oh. Suddenly, Alicia launches towards you, and you, completely not expecting it, fall to the ground. Oh no. When you come to your senses, you're tackled to the ground by Alicia on top of you. One of her hands lightly yet firmly squeezing your throat. Hey! It's your turn now. What? You didn't expect me to keep a witness alive, did you? You did, actually. Your time has come now, little lamb. Please don't talk to me like a cartoon villain, at least. Ugh. I told Rodrigo that monologuing is not my style. Anyways, die! What now? You aren't planning on being the one monologuing now, are you? Because I don't have time for this. Oh crap, there's got to be some way to convince us to let you live. Oh, this is definitely a save point. God will punish you. Well, actually, I'm blind. Sorry. You can let me go. I didn't see anything. I'm blind. I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything you want. Anything you ask of me? Anything? Oh, anything? That's a shame. Maybe in another life I would have kept you as my little lapdog. You know, that would have been quite fitting for a cute little thing like you. Oh, Alicia? Stop. But well, since you're so eager to do anything for me, die. Yep. I wonder if there's any way actually out of that situation. You feel the blade of a sharp knife painfully slice across your throat. Seems like Alicia goes straight for the vital organ this time, huh? A few hectic moments of being overwhelmed with pain, you finally start losing your grip on your own consciousness. This is really not what you expected your life to turn out like. It just started looking up for you, and now you're dying with a probably already dead cannibal by your side. Well, at least you're not alone. If you were still back on the streets, you probably would be. That thought brings you a weird sense of gratitude and peace in your last moments. God damn! You got the ending, my dead housemate. At least you're not homeless. I fucking love this. Nice. Let's have a look. So I'm guessing this is for cooking the food. And was it an achievement? Oh, two achievements. Dead housemate, die once. Cool. Right, load. Let's start with the most recent save and work our way backwards. So let's see if there's any way out of this sticky situation. God will punish you! God will punish you for this! I don't believe in God. Well, it's worth a try, I guess. That was a horrible try. You should practice more at trying to stay alive. Though, I suppose you will have to do that in another life. That's a pity. Anyways, goodbye. That went kind of how I was expecting it to. Actually, I'm blind. Actually, I'm 100% blind, so I didn't see anything. But seriously, yeah, I'm super serious. I can't see anything at all. No, I was asking if you were seriously expecting me to believe such a blatant lie. Hey, you can't judge by the appearance alone. I'm not. Did you already forget all of our conversation earlier? No, but it's totally... Honey, please don't waste my time. God, what a pain in the ass. I was planning on keeping you, but I don't like the dumb ones. No, you weren't. I've tried 2 other times to live, and you killed me anyway. Liar. You don't even deserve a goodbye. Jesus Christ. Again, went kind of how I was expecting. That leaves us with... That's a cool knife you got there. That's a cool knife you got there. For a moment, Alicia just stares at you. This old thing. Rodrigo gave me this because he thinks I look like a pink character from a video game for toddlers. But just because I like a pink video game character does not automatically mean that pink is my favourite colour. I mean, don't like... God, I wish people wouldn't just assume things about me based on my interests. Not that I'm interested in it or anything. Pink is such a stupid colour anyways. Who would even like it? Just because I kept the knife doesn't mean I like it or appreciate it or anything. It's just a gift, bro. Chill. Who? Who what? Asked. I sure didn't. At least Rodrigo gave you a gift in the first place. You should be grateful, not venting to a total rando about it. Just tell him what your preferences are. Communication solves most issues if you just try. If you want to just vent without actually fixing any of your issues or relationships, that's what the internet's for, not my ears. Also, you're literally about to kill me. I don't want to be tortured before you do it. So can we just, speed this up a little bit? You! Just how dare you! You listen while I talk, you insignificant pest! Skill issue. Her knife plunges into your chest. Once, twice, 10 times. Now 20. Alicia stabs you with feverish anger. Eventually, you lose count of how many times the blade rips your skin open. A few hectic moments of being overwhelmed with pain later, you finally start losing your grip on your own consciousness. Okay, so this is the same. Is it a different ending? No, it's still my dead housemate. Cool. So we'll respond with, yeah, I hear you. Pop off, Queen. You know, I was totally going to gut you and everything like 2 seconds ago, but you listening to me like this is kind of sweet. I could really do with having more people around me who actually listen. Alicia appears to pause in thought for a moment. Then she smiles. Oh, what the heck? I could really use a little lap dog. Plus, you're cute, so that helps. Yeah, okay, I'm keeping you. Let me call the boys to pick us up and we'll go home, boy. Oh, shit. Before the two of you leave together, Alicia takes a moment to call someone on her pink flip phone, still sat on top of you. Still want to maintain the whole don't like pink argument? Meanwhile, Xiongmin's body lies lifeless beside you. His eyes don't move behind their lids. His blood seeps into every crevice of the cold floor beneath him, the last remnants of his warmth slowly fading away with each drop of blood that escapes his pale skin. F. Rest in peace, Xiongmin. F's in chat for Xiongmin. I'm not streaming. There's no chat. There's nobody even in this house with me. Eventually, you're whisked away by Alicia, spirited away in her life of criminal activities. You learn that she's the head of a rather scary-looking organisation. You're not entirely sure what it does, but the amount of blood, firearms and money you see every day are all a good sign that you're better off not knowing. You're given a softer life, however, kept by Alicia as some kind of human pet. You become accustomed to Alicia referring to you as a good boy. In fact, you can't even get her to call you by your actual name anymore. You're not even sure you remember it yourself. What was it again? Each night you go to sleep in a newspaper-padded crate on the floor beside Alicia's queen-sized bed. But hey, at least you'll never have to be homeless again. Unless something happens to your new owner. Damn. My pet housemate, adopted into a new home. Good dog. Return to Alicia on my collar. Serial cannibals, body found. Apartment of horrors uncovered. Love, love, love. Oh, my owner, my mistress, my queen, Pet Housemate. Right. So we've exhausted this save now. We will go back to save her, don't save her. And we are not going to save her. Nah, I'm good. You're on your own. Instead of fear, Alicia's face contorts with rage at your refusal. How dare you? How dare you refuse me? Do you even know who I am? You insignificant, stupid. Her yelling seems to attract attention because a freshly showered Xiongmin creeps out from the bathroom. Slowly, he slinks up behind Alicia and... What are you doing, man? I'm such a child, that little dud at the end. Xiongmin stands victorious over Alicia's now battered corpse. Though you doubt she had any chance in the first place, being tied up and all. This has made me hungry. Good thing I bought home takeout. At first, his remark confuses you until you glance down towards Alicia. That's definitely one way to call her corpse. Hey Nick. Nervously look up at him. He doesn't want to make you into a home-cooked meal now, does he? What you made yesterday was decent. And your company was quite energizing. So I was thinking, maybe we could cook together? We could share too. Well, that's definitely out of character. On one hand, you kind of feel too afraid to agree. On the other hand, you feel too afraid to say no. But hey, who knows? Maybe this will be a good bonding opportunity. And no more killings will happen. Yeah, right. Save. Let's help him. Yeah. Well, it's not like Alicia was your friend or anything. You've got no qualms about helping Shunmin cook her. At this point, you've already done far worse than cooking a person. Plus, being on good terms with him, who is very much alive compared to Alicia, seems way more important right now. Sure, sounds delightful. I'm kind of a professional chef though, so stand back. Well, you're certainly not bad. Though you should get more practice cooking meat of the human variety. Oh, seems like this is your chance to do so. You're going to give me a mini-game for cooking human flesh. Shungmin takes his bloody apron off after carrying Alicia to the kitchen. It doesn't help him look any less scary though, as his exposed skin is practically drenched in her blood. I love his t-shirts. Okay boss, what are we cooking? Well, I was thinking of making a curry. Oh, so you can make something besides instant ramen. I actually enjoy cooking quite a bit. It's a hobby of sorts. If I didn't have to work so much, I'd probably spend more time indulging in that hobby. Wait, wouldn't that mean he'd kill more people? Without beating around the bush, Shungmin promptly puts you to work at the cutting board. Meanwhile, he starts cooking rice and cleaning the remains of Alicia off himself. Well, time to get chopping, you son of a bitch. Cooking time! Okay, just a carrot. How? I'm not sure that's how that works. Oh, feisty one. I mean, I love it, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, there we go. I'm really glad that she killed me first, because otherwise I would feel real bad about this. Oh. I have so many questions. Once you're both done with cooking, Shungmin takes out a second plate and looks at you questioningly. Seems like your landlord is inviting you to join him for a meal. A cannibal meal. So you've, at this point, in for a penny. Eat with him. Well, you've already helped him cook human meat. Might as well try the fruits of your labour. You nod at Shungmin and he fills the plate with freshly made curry. Human curry. Yummy! You look down towards the fresh bowl of curry. The warm aroma from the piping dish is alluring. It has a deliciously spiced scent that dances across the kitchen, lingering delicately in the air. Various seasonings in the dish create a romantic, hot and heavy, yet sweet mouth-watering fragrance that you can practically taste. The human meat you cooked really adds some pizzazz to the whole thing. Right, you nearly forgot that this curry is topped off with a nice serving of Alicia. You feel a little guilty that she smells so good. You both take the same seats as yesterday, and you can't help but feel a sense of deja vu. Well, partially because you did do the exact same thing the day before. It seems like a good opportunity to get to know Shungmin a little better though. Let's save. Yeah, what's up with you? No, why did you pick Alicia specifically? I want to know. I want to know more about her and this organisation and him and everything. Why? Why did it have to be Alicia? She seemed sweet. Well, for the most part. But why did you pick her specifically? I didn't. She was just there in the alley. Alley? Yeah, she was already covered in blood, fighting some other guys. Just thought she was an easy meal. Somehow, you're not even surprised. Typical, I pick someone from the company I work at. Someone scummy, someone rich, someone I don't have empathy for. I think you said typically, not typical. Then there are some days like this one where I just get lucky. You know, she was already killing someone. And I could tell it was just a normal thing for her. A fellow killer's instinct, I suppose. But yeah, typically I just kill someone who's a source of others' suffering. That's the best thing I can do in this capitalist hellhole. Damn, it's the really shit I've ever heard. That is the really shit I've ever heard. You know, I've actually never told you, but I was homeless before this. If it weren't for you, I'd still be out there sleeping on a park bench or the nearest Teddy's Table Diner. Or, you know, shelters. If you can even call them that. Not that I was even let in half the time. Well, I'm glad you're here now, Nick. I am too, but it really is only thanks to you, Shungmin. I didn't do anything. You got here all by yourself. As the conversation slows into comfortable silence, Shungmin begins to eat. Staring down at your own bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty? Ashamed? Mortified at the choices you've made to get yourself to this point? You should be. You know logically that you should feel all of these things. But, fuck, you've really made some killer curry. Before you know it, a spoonful of steaming curry is already in your mouth. The mix of carrots, onions and meat is devilishly delicious. Your brow twitches. Shouldn't you be disgusted by this? Wouldn't a normal, regular person be disgusted by this? Maybe you're not regular. Maybe there are two sides of you fighting for dominance. A devil and an angle. Or was it angler? Antler? Doesn't matter. This food is kicking, and you're the pro chef behind it. Not only do you enjoy this meal, but Shungmin seems to be enjoying it too, you think. His neutral expression makes it difficult to read him. You count this as a win anyway. Hey! Hey! Nice. Ploughing through them. You'd say the dinner goes pretty well. So well, in fact, that the two of you go on to have many more dinners together, spanning over weeks, then months, then a year. Before you know it, your relationship with him naturally progresses into something more romantic. Oh, the two of you officially become partners? You really let Shungmin cook, and perhaps that's what set you on this path towards destiny. Towards the day that Shungmin proposes to you. You don't expect it, the abrupt nature of it all, when he slips the ring off your dinner's finger and gets down on his knees. The ring isn't your size, but you know you can always get it adjusted later. Finally, all of your simping pays off. Of course, you accept. Your wedding takes place at the most classy location anyone dating a cannibal would choose. The butcher counter at a local supermarket. All the meats and knives the eye can see. Naturally, it's a breathtaking ceremony. Even the shoppers can't help but stop and stare in wonder. Or rather, in fear. No, they're probably just jealous of your supermarket wedding. Hand in hand with Shungmin, the two of you will have a very grotesque, disgusting, and gory future. Exactly the way you hope it'll be. Shungmin has successfully rizzed you. Or was it you who rizzed him? Who cares? Congratulations on your marriage. Amazing. My Homemate version 1. And you didn't even fall off a cliff. This is so good. You want some? Let's go home, dear. A female Shungmin. We've only got 2 gallery pieces left, but we do have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 achievements. So we ain't done yet, honky. We'll go with that. This is still brutal. This is still brutal, though. They're just fellow human beings, you know, like me and you. It's not like they've done anything wrong. Didn't you rent this room out of desperation? Not many people would stay with a cannibal they don't know, unless they didn't have any other choice. Well, yeah, but still. Have you ever thought why you were in this situation in the first place? The system can't work without an oppressor and a victim. Which one do you think you are? Some food for thought, I guess. Bon appetit. Oh, let's just not say anything. As the conversation slows into comfortable silence, Shungmin begins to eat. Staring down at your own bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty, ashamed, mortified? We've seen this. Cool, okay, so this is the same. So how about if I defend capitalism? Actually, capitalism isn't that bad. Our society wouldn't function without it. Anyone can make it in this world if they try hard enough, like I did. I'm here now. I'm not out sleeping on a park bench anymore because I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and actually worked hard to get here. Homeless people still out there on the streets just have to do the same. It's just how the system has to work. Shungmin stares daggers at you. He's gonna kill me. He doesn't say anything for a good minute, making you feel gradually more uncomfortable. The silence is unsettling. Finally, he opens his mouth. Nick, I like you, so I will let that pass, but only this once. Well, it doesn't look like you can change his mind. Cool, okay, so this is all the same. We'll see if that affects the ending. I don't think it's going to, by the sounds of it. Yeah, okay, so the same. Okay, we'll go back to here and see if we can get another branching pathway from here. How do you even have enough energy to do this? Do what? Well, you know, kill people. You don't seem like the type who fights people every few days. I don't. I just poison them or whatever's easiest. Could have guessed it. So, do you just pick random people on the street and shove poison into their mouths? Well, sometimes, yeah. But typically I carefully choose my meal. You know, I'm picky with my food. Yikes. The worse the person is, the more satisfied I am with the meal. Well, at least bro's got standards. There's the conversation, yes. I think this is the same. I don't mind this, because we're getting more information. It's good to know more about him, my future husband. What's your, backstory? What kind of question even is that? Tell me about how you got to this point. About your life. Well, it all started when I was born. In a town where I grew up. To 2 loving parents. Then I went to school and graduated. That's it. Well, what did you expect? True. What did you expect? Oh, come on. There's got to be more to it than just that. Well, if you really want to know so badly, I did grow up to 2 loving parents in a town. But our family was so poor, we could barely keep our heads above water. My parents immigrated here from South Korea. They were sold the idea that moving to America would guarantee a better life for them. And for me. Even though we were poor, we still somehow managed to survive. Until my mum got breast cancer. Our insurance refused to pay for it, so my dad had to take out a bunch of loans to cover her medical fees. In the end, it turned into an endless cycle of debt. And, you know, my parents always told me to eat the rich, so I guess I took it quite literally. I was already a cannibal anyways. It just refined my tastes. Holy shit. I'm so sorry for your loss. I didn't know. Oh. No, my parents are fine. My mum eventually won her battle with cancer and they now live in the countryside back in South Korea. There's still some debt remaining though, so I send them money to help every month. So he isn't just working hard for himself, but his parents too. Sometimes these rich pricks I eat have some money on them, so some months Mum and Dad get extra. It's weird that there's something moralistic in something so immoral. Well, I'm glad your parents are alright at least. Me too. What a wholesome fella. Cool, and now we're looping back into the same ending. Okay, last question. What's up with your wardrobe? Shungmin, what is up with your wardrobe? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you know, your t-shirts and stuff. What about them? The phrases on them. Huh? Yeah, you know what? Never mind. No, you can't keep looking at it. You have to do something about it. Actually, do you want to go shopping together at some point? I need some new clothes anyway. Well, I don't necessarily see why I need any new clothes, but maybe a couple of new t-shirts could be nice. Score. Alright, let's promise then. Sugarmin just nods in agreement. Hopefully you won't have to look at this again in the future. And it seems like you might have just scored a date with a cannibal. Cool. I'd say that's cleared up. We go back to bailing on him at the last minute. Don't eat with him. Oh, yeah, I already ate earlier, so I'm still full. So I've prepped Alicia, made the curry, but I'm not going to eat. It's one thing to cook a human and another to eat it. And you're not about to become a cannibal buddy for your housemate. You slowly retreat to your bedroom, deciding to retire for the night, not wanting to watch Shungmin enjoy dinner. Before you know it, the sleep overtakes you. You're gonna wake up to him nibbling on my toes. Living with a cannibal turns out to be too much to bear, despite your desperate situation. You, however, are resourceful. You take a few months to find a second job, saving as much money as possible to move to someplace normal. It takes a year, but you finally do it. You think this apartment will be normal. The price is average for your area, and it comes with the standard cockroach infestation. It even has the classical landlord special with all the handles on the cupboards painted white. Until one day, the music begins. Above you lives a pianist, and each night their music coming from above rattles you to the core. It creeps through your ceiling, into your mind, into your soul. Every day you find yourself slipping deeper and deeper into insanity's grasp. When did you last sleep? A day ago? No, 3 days ago. You can't remember. Your work performance begins to slip. You're not sure how much longer you can take this. Compared to this hell, Shungmin wasn't so bad. Oh, I just cannot catch a break, can I? My ex-housemate. Was it really worth it? Clearly not. 1 down, 9 to go. We'll jump back to the help him cook, don't help him cook, and we will not help him cook. Nope, you're on your own, buddy boy. Moments ago, you were looking into Alicia's eyes, hearing her voice, watching her breathe. Just the thought of helping Shungmin cook her is enough to turn your stomach. You can't do this, even if that means you have to face consequences. Nah, fam, I'm good. You go ahead, though. Alright. Good night, then. Ah, right. Good night. You slowly retreat to the bedroom, deciding to retire for the night, not wanting to watch Shungmin enjoy dinner. Before you know it, the sleep overtakes you. I wonder if this is going to be the same. Yeah, it is. Cool, cool, cool. We'll jump back to cook or don't cook human meat. And we are going to not cook human meat. Nope. Cup ramen should be enough and your morals aren't that low yet. You set everything on the bar table and patiently wait for Shungmin. It doesn't take that long for him to finally appear in the kitchen doorway, his hair wet from showering. Hey. What the... T-shirt. Cool. Oh yeah, I made you some cup ramen. Couldn't really find anything else, but no, I'm not talking about that. Huh? Instead of answering, Shungmin takes a step towards you. Instinctively, you take a step back. Hey, don't start ominously walking towards me without saying anything. Oh, sorry. All of a sudden, he pushes you down. Good lord, man. Is that better? No, it's worse. Well, nothing we can do about it now. He wasn't talking about this when he said something smelled good, was he? Shungmin? Yes? What did you say smelled good? You. Oh, you smell delicious right now, Nick. Why, thank you. I've been using a new body spray. Wait, no! You're not going to eat me, are you? Sorry, Nick. That's just how it is. We made a deal! Ah, yes. I guess I'm terminating our contract then. You can't just do that! But I'm already doing it. Fair enough. But hey, wouldn't that be bad for your serial killer, cannibal, serial murderer reputation? I have no reputation. I literally kill and eat people. Oh, come on, there's got to be something. Come on, Nick, think! Save! That's where I went to lean one. I haven't showered in 5 days. I'm also a cannibal. There's lots of human meat in the freezer. I'm not human. There's a lot of human meat in the freezer. You don't have to eat me. Oh, I know. But how can I resist this sweet, fresh fragrance of your insides calling for me? Oh shit. Is there really no getting out of this? Come on, Shungmin. Sorry, Nick. You were a good housemate. But hey, I'm sure there are plenty of other people in need of cheap housing. I mean, you're right, but that doesn't exactly sound comforting right now. Don't worry, Nick. I will make sure to use every part of you. But that's not the point. Before you can continue, you feel sharp teeth on your throat, and the next thing you know, awful pain waves overwhelm you. You attempt to scream, but can't. Shungmin has probably already managed to tear out your vocal cords. Your world slowly falls into darkness as you enter a state of pain shock. Is this what you get as thanks for making cup ramen? What an ungrateful dick. I became a stew. Amazing. At least he's eating me with a strawberry. I don't know if that makes it better or not. Definitely doesn't make it better. So let's go with I'm not human. I'm not actually human. Huh? I'm your double. I'm your double. But I'm human though. Well, yeah, but I'm your double from a parallel universe. A very non-human double. I mean, I guess eating myself would be a weird experience. Yeah. But you won't know unless you try, right? Besides, I didn't know I smelled so good. Oh shit, is there really no getting out of this? Come on, Shungmin. Sorry, Nick. Chomp! Well, that didn't get me anywhere. Let's see if any of the other choices do. I am an alien. That's right. I'm an alien. Ooh, I'm not from this planet. I guess I'll be the first one to learn what alien tastes like then. Oh shit. Don't do it. I am an animal in a human suit. Like a furry, but reversed. You know, Furry? Well, I guess we will see what you are once I skin you. Oh, okay, so there is no way out of that. Fair enough. I swear I won't tell anyone. I feel like this isn't going to matter. Just please don't eat me. But you already weren't telling anyone. Oh shit. Okay, no, that was very quick. I haven't showered in 5 days. So I'm probably hella stinky right now. You wouldn't want to eat someone like me. You actually smell really good right now. But thanks for the heads up. I'll wash your body more thoroughly when I'll be cooking you. Jesus Christ. Just don't eat me. It's that simple. I'm also a cannibal. I'm actually also a cannibal. Oh? Should have said earlier I'd have shared meat with you. Whew. You should let me go now, right? But thanks for telling me. I'll feel less guilty eating you now. Fucking hell. Okay, well, in the order of things, and I don't know if this is going to make much of a difference, we'll jump back to this, where I had to say if he was charming, interesting, dull, or horrible. Let's say he's charming. You feel that he's charming. You can't lie, there's something about him. Something that strangely attracts you, despite him being a cannibal and a murderer. That fact almost makes you feel ashamed. You don't let it fully get to you, though, as your gratitude for the housing opportunity is far bigger than your sense of shame. The previous night only ignited your morbid attraction towards him even more too. You wonder why. You spend the whole day thinking about it and don't notice how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. So, is that going to set up a chain of events moving forward? Let's see. Okay, no, this is the same. Let's try the other ones just out of sheer curiosity. He's dull. To be completely honest, there's nothing about him that interests you. In fact, he's so boring that you can hardly even form a solid image of him in your mind. The fact that he's a cannibal is probably the most interesting trait about him, and that alone says a lot. Still, you can't help but feel grateful for the housing opportunity. If it wasn't for Shungmin, however dull and uninteresting he is, you'd not have been here in the first place. But otherwise, nothing else ties you down to this apartment, and you're already planning on how to leave in the future. You spend the whole day fantasizing about moving out and don't notice how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted. He is horrible. Even despite the fact that you feel grateful towards him for renting out a room for you for so cheap, you still have enough decency to understand that what he does is atrocious. You're still terrified that one day he'll come for you, but all you can do now is work more and save more money in hopes of moving out one day. That's your only way out for now. You spend your whole day thinking about your plans to move out and don't realise how quickly it passes. You go to sleep exhausted. Okay, we will go back here. And so I asked originally, why did you collapse earlier? So what does it taste like? So what does it taste like? It's good. No, that's not what I meant. The human meat. What does it taste like? I can share. No. No thanks. I just wanted to know. Well, I guess it's very similar to pork. Ah, right. I thought it smelled like pork earlier. Well, it's a bit richer in taste, though. Depending on the human. You really have to remind me that we're talking about human meat. Though it's really your fault for asking. You spend the next few moments in silence as he finishes his food. Cool, okay. Why do you need a housemate? Hey, Shungmin. Why do you need a housemate? He's not preserving you so he can eat you later, is he? Money. No. It's getting expensive to live in general, and I'm still paying off my mortgage for the apartment. And that room was empty and not getting any usage anyway. Seems that even cannibals have human worries like us, huh? Why do you eat people? Shungmin, why do you eat, people? I don't know. It's just always been this way. What kind of answer even is that? If you don't know, can't you just eat normal meat? Well, all meat is just meat. But no, I can't. Why not? As I said, I don't know. It's just a need. Ah, so you're like... Ooh, you're like a vampire. You know, they need blood and all, and you need human meat. I'm not immortal, though, and I don't really get anything from it, so I'd say no. You sure look like one, though. What's that? No, nothing. I changed my mind. You actually look like a zombie. You're like a zombie. You know, they need brains and all, and you need human meat. Zombie. Seriously. I'm not rotting yet, so I'd say no. Sure look like one, though. What's that? Nothing, dear. So, we go back to the initial leg on the table. Movie props. You working on a filming set, Youngmin? Those are movie props, aren't they? Okay, it's just going to say the same thing, isn't it? Oh, I'm running out of options here. Okay, so the first introductions I did. Ah, yes, that's me. Aye, Captain. That's me. 'Tis me, Nick. The man looks at you in utter confusion for what feels like a minute before hesitantly speaking. Right. No, my name is Shungmin Kim, but first name's fine. I don't think this is going to make any difference at all. We'll try anyway. Wrong. My name is actually... Yeah, my name is actually Nick. Isn't that literally just what I said? Well, yeah. After what feels like a minute of awkward silence and embarrassment eating you up from the inside, the man finally heavily breathes out. He puts one of his hands on his side and looks up at you, as if he's a parent having to deal with a child who just won't listen. Let's not waste any more time. Great first impression. My name is actually Shungmin Kim. My name is actually Shungmin Kim. The man stares at you with a half-opened mouth in what seems to be utter disbelief. Did you seriously think you could just use my name? Or is this some sort of kindergarten-level prank? Honestly, don't even respond. I don't think I want to know. Shungmin rubs his forehead before breathing out and looking back up at you. Let's just forget about this. We've already lost enough time as it is. Okay, that's fine. And now, the good one. My name is X50 Ultron. My name is actually X50 Ultron. X50 Ultron. You got that right. You amusedly watch the man stare at you in disbelief as you struggle not to laugh out loud. You've used the same gag so many times at this point, but it never gets old. Okay, that's fine. X50 Ultron it is. Huh? Wait, no. No, really, it's fine. Okay. You don't get to finish your sentence as Shungmin promptly walks into the kitchen. You guess now your name is a slight bit different. You don't have any other choice though, other than to follow the man into the kitchen. Okay. My name tag's changed to X50 Ultron. Oh, so stupid. I'm going to deliberately spell my name wrong multiple times just to see what happens. So, I tried Nick, I tried random keys. Oh, you did it again. Well, just rewrite it. You're not doing this on purpose, are you? You really have to get this apartment. You've been living on the streets for the past 11 months. Oh wow, look, your name magically appeared on its own. How could that possibly have happened? Well, no time for that now. Nice. So, well, that's left us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beep boop. Let's go back, see if there's anything else. How did you guess? Are you psychic? The man stares at you in utter confusion for what feels like a minute before heavily breathing out. You're here to sign the leasing contract, correct? Yeah. In order to even apply for this place, you had to put in your name. That's true. And I even contacted you by using the name you submitted. That was me, by the way, Shongmin Kim. Embarrassed, you have nothing left to say as your questionable logic gets taken apart by the man in front of you. Shungmin tiredly rubs his forehead before looking back at you. That would indeed be me, sir. The man raises his eyebrows in confusion. What's with all the formalities? Just Shungmin is fine. Okay, well that's simple. I'm going to do some digging to see what I've missed, because I've obviously missed stuff, and I'll see when I figure it out. I had a thought. I feel like X50 Ultron's going to come in clutch if he tries to eat me, so I've just jacked all the speeds way up so I can like fly through it. Alright, let's give this a try and hope I'm not wrong. I'm actually not human. Huh? I'm Yes! Did you forget? I'm X50 Ultron. Ah, right. Totally not human. And you only eat human meat, right? Well, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Ooh. Slowly gets up and helps you do the same. Sorry, X50 Ultron, you just smelled so delicious. I've kinda lost it. No worries. We're good now though, right? Yeah. Still very hungry though, so I'm gonna have to cook some human meat. Right. Can you fetch my glasses for me while I cook, please? I left them somewhere in the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. You thank your past self 1,000 times for coming up with this stupid gag. Something tells you that if not for your new name, you would have probably taken the place of whoever's in the freezer. While you're lost in your thoughts, Shungmin already starts frying human meat. A familiar smell brings you back to reality. Pork. Smells just like pork. The similarity is kind of disturbing. Seems like that's a cue to get out and find those glasses for him, huh? Ooh, nice. I wonder if there's something else that we can do in here. So I just need to not touch the glasses and we'll be fine. Yeah, it's worth a try. Well, that seems pretty well lined up. I think I'm just completely wasting my time with this. So I'm going to try and run through it and just get the relatively neutral ending now that I'm XV50 or X50 Ultron, and just see if that changes the ending. I'm going to say it's horrible as well. I want to try and just be as negative as possible. I'm also going to try and save Alicia now that I'm X50 Ultron, just to see if that gives me any other options. It probably won't, but worth a try. Nah, it's the same. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm going to, just to further kind of go down the piss him off route, I'm going to do the whole capitalism thing, which I think was this. Before he said he liked me, so he'd let it go. Nope, I made a mistake. Gotcha. Okay, I was just selecting the wrong thing. Capitalism isn't that bad. Oh, this is different. He calmly stands, straightening out the wrinkles of his t-shirt. He collects his plate of curry, obviously done with the interaction. Regardless, you continue. I'm just saying anyone can make it if they try hard enough. Nobody has an inherent advantage over others. You didn't like that. You feel harsh waves of pain overwhelm you as you see Shungmin's plate launch into your head. The next moment, the world goes dark, and you lose the grip on your consciousness. But this is bad for me. As your vision adjusts, you realise that you're still in the kitchen. You go to stand, finding yourself unable to do so. Your feet. Oh, has he chopped off my legs? He's chopped off my legs. You realise that you can't feel them anymore. Not only are you unable to feel them, but looking down, you notice that they're completely missing, along with your lower legs. For some reason, you're calm. Your body feels fuzzy and warm. The world around you doesn't feel threatening at all despite your current state. Warm. You go to wipe your face with your hands, finding yourself unable. The binds that hold your wrists to the chair that you're currently glued to pull against your skin as you do, yet it doesn't hurt. This feels like a dream caked in mist. Suddenly, your housemate appears in the corner of your vision. He's in his work suit. How long were you out for? Homemate. X-50 Ultron. What's up, bro? He doesn't say anything. Instead, he slowly walks up to you. You know, I should be thanking you right now. You gave me the perfect opportunity to indulge in my cooking hobby. He gets on his knees in front of you. Honestly, this is probably my best meal so far. I'm calling this dish X-50 Ultron Crudo. Whoa, wait, X-50 Ultron Crudo? This isn't your meat, is it? Want to try? Homemate offers a fork full of meat towards you, an elated smile decorating his face. Oh dear. Don't eat. What the fuck? Of course you're not going to eat yourself. Panic floods your thoughts, slowly starting to pull you out of your dreamlike state. Oh, it's okay, X-50 Ultron. Just pretend it's hyper-realistic cake. Your teeth grit in resistance. Shungmin's unoccupied fingers come towards your face. He pinches your nose shut. At first, you're fine. Staring defiantly at Shungmin, your teeth remain tightly locked together. Then, gradually, the urge for air creeps throughout your body. Your fingers clutch at the armrests of your seat. Your lungs begin to feel tight, your ribs slowly feeling as if they're starting to close on you like a bear trap squeezing an animal. You struggle, trying to shake Shunming off, but the exhausted-looking man continues to hold your nose firmly shut with little effort. You can't take it anymore. Your lungs burn. Your body feels like it's on fire. The chair is splintering from how tightly your nails are now embedded into it. You gasp. Shunming takes the opportunity to shove a piece of your own flesh into your mouth. Yummy. What do you think? I'm kind of horrified, but honestly, it tastes pretty good. A wave of shame washes over you. Shunmin smiles. See? That wasn't so bad now, was it? You took that pretty well in the past, too. I'm getting ahead of myself. You probably don't remember. The drugs I've been administering to keep you calm have that effect, unfortunately. It's very strong. What? How long have you been doing this to me? About a week? A month? A year? It doesn't matter. But why? Well, to be honest, you were getting on my nerves. But you know, you were a really good housemate, so it would be a waste to just eat you. Just enjoy it, X-50 Ultron. Everything is under control. Shunmin stands up and turns towards the IV bags dangling beside your chair. He seems to inject something into the drip. I think it's time for a nap. Don't worry, X-50 Ultron. I'll wake you up for dinner, okay? Just rest. Quickly after he adds more medication to the drip, your eyes start to grow heavy. Oh damn. The world around you swells in a nauseating display of colours and sounds. Yet despite this, Shunming's voice is clear. I'll take care of you, X-50 Ultron. There won't be any more struggling now. For some weird reason, it brings you a foreign sense of comfort. You finally shut your eyes, more willingly than not. You're not sure what exactly is going to happen to you, but you feel certain that Shunmin actually will take good care of you. Good lord. Do you like the taste? Good lord. Okay, so we've still got a couple left over. It's 2 bone ones and an art one. I don't know what they could be. I'm assuming this is like a Homemate version 2. First of all, let's just eat straight away and see if that does anything. I don't think it will, but despite the intense hazy feeling that comes over you in waves, you can taste how good the meat is. How good your meat is. Your raw flesh and fat now served to you topped in seasonings and a mouth-watering savoury sauce that brings out the rich flavours that now spread across every inch of your tongue. What do you think? It's beautiful. He smiles knowingly at you. I'm so happy you like it. You've said the same things all the other times too. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so this is the same. I am going to jump back here. That's the realest shit I've ever heard. No, still brutal. And then say nothing. Married. I need to put on my big boy thinking brain. Oh, hang about. Oh, I got so excited I nearly fell over. So I was just clicking through, and the marriage ending. He's proposed, and it's different. So living with and dating a cannibal is one thing, but dedicating your whole life to him is another. Who marries their landlords anyway? You tell him, hell no. Yet you continue living with him, successfully escaping the iron grip of homelessness with a friend, buddy, bro, by your side. You're in far too deep now. If the police ever came for Shunmin, you know they'd arrest you too, but you don't really mind that risk. You're in this together now. Together forever. Landlord and tenant. Yin and yang. Partners in crime. Platonically, of course. Okay. That was unexpected. Nice. My Homemate version 2. You're a yin to his yang. Hey! Ooh! Oh, it's all coming together. What's happening? Okay, so have I just unlocked everything in one fell swoop? Because that would be great, because I am now thoroughly out of ideas. Yes! So completionist, bull beep, complete gallery, and bloody completionist. Interesting. And the last one. Dying. For fun! That's the name of this video. This was so good. Really, really, challenging. I've been recording for nearly 3 hours trying to get everything. But the important thing is, I did not get beaten. It took a while, but we got there, and that's what matters. The real treasure is the cannibal friendships we made along the way. This was great. This was so good. I love the writing, I love the art style, I love the humour, I love the gore, I love all the endings, and I love that it made me use my brain. Good. This was good shit. So, if you don't want to get eaten by a cannibal who is also your landlord, then you should go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. Probably isn't going to save you, but you should do it anyway. And until next time, if you haven't been eaten by a cannibal, love you, bye.